internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours Crypto. Let's get right in today's video. This is absolutely amazing. The information we're going to go over today is not only going to make you extremely bullish that you're going to want to hit a wall and just go crazy and say, I can't believe this is happening to me. Why me? Why me? Because you're going to get a true understanding of the utility, the liquidity of Ripple XRP. And listen, we all need to really understand this. Market cap versus a liquidity market cap. Two different things. And in today's episode, there is no question, there's no doubt in my mind that you are not going to understand this. And then you are going to be 100% convinced that, I'm just going to say a $16 XRP is going to be, 100% obviously sooner than a lot of you guys think. So whatever you guys hold right now in XRP, calculate that by $16. Listen, the longer it takes for XRP, the better. It doesn't matter because this price cannot stay low forever. And we are coming to the end of this. Like, this is it. Maximum. I'm so sorry. Don't get triggered. Maximum 1 year. Maximum. And that is so conservative. I know. Do not get angry. I know it's going to be a lot sooner than that in my opinion. But that's it. This is it. There is no after, it's done. Okay? So before I get into that liquidity and market cap, I would like to announce that I've been working on something that it's going to be great. People on the sidelines that are confused, it's going to be great because I'm going to apply everything within my knowledge and I've gained. And something like this I'm going to present to you right here, it can't just be done with a PDF, okay? It also needs to be discussed. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, the IGCPS blueprint. And that is the institutional grade crypto portfolio strategy that we are going to go over. The link is in the description down below. In here, I reveal my 6-figure holdings for some of these digital assets that I hold, slowly just 6 figures in. And every purchase will also get a 15-minute call. Emails will be sent. Everyone will be get planned out. And we are going to go over this. We are going to go and talk over this. Any questions, any concerns, because this is it. The coming months and 2025, things are going to be tremendously aggressively to the upside.
Because there is trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars on the sideline that's just waiting for some clarity.
And you need to have your portfolio set. Having money in the stock market is the most stupidest thing you could be doing right now. It logically doesn't make sense that you're going to miss out on an asset class at a $2 trillion base, and we're going to go all the way to 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 trillion dollars. This is it, and that is why they lied to you for years and years and years.
who cares about Bitcoin?
True that you're building out a cryptocurrency capability? No. I mean, we're looking at it.
So link is in the description down below. So given the reason there was 15-minute calls, there's only going to be 50 of these because I can't be doing 15-minute calls every single day. So maybe more opportunities will open up in the near future, but we are going to go over some very important information. Okay, we're going to address all your concerns in this. So if you guys are interested, the link is in the description down below. We will run this for the next couple of days, or if it's all done by today, then that is it. But if you guys are interested, and I'll see you guys on the phone. But now let's take a listen to what Brad Garlinghouse even said, right? Brad Garlinghouse even said, folks, listen to this about a black swan event happening and how the United States can just drastically become the crypto hub. And you know what? In my opinion, I think that's going to be the case. I think they're just too big, they're too strong, and they're too greedy, and they're too, what's the word I'm looking for? they don't do things the right way. So if they want to become the crypto hub, they're going to do it. And guess what? Ripple and XRP, they're center stage. They got the American approval. They got the American stamp. China is heavily controlling Ethereum and Bitcoin. That is a known fact. Remember, I've said this in the past for a very long time. I said America is going to need a technology that they could leverage against world trade in general and have more say into it. And that is why they went after Ripple and XRP. But anyhow, listen to what Brad Garlinghouse says here.
Last slide we'll put up has manifested interestingly. You look at the left side of this chart and it shows how many companies in the internet space are US based and US value accretion, and then the right side is kind of in the crypto space. And it's kind of not surprising. If we, as you and I have talked about, the earliest days of the internet, the regulatory clarity was created through the 1996 Telecommunications Act. And so investors flowed in, entrepreneurs flowed in. That hasn't yet happened in the United States as it relates to crypto, hopefully soon. But maybe this will change. I'm hopeful, and I agree it could be a black swan event. I'm hopeful, and I agree it could be a black swan event.
That is music to my ears. And before we get into the liquidity, just hear me out. We got this coming out from the Department of Treasury, Office of the Debt Management, and listen to what they say here. First of all, take a look at this Bitcoin price. Take a look at the inclines and the declines. You see the declines 53%, 76%, 60%. And remember when I told you how XRP has been studied and has been since inception? And remember they always talk about they don't want any volatility in an asset? Think very close. I'm not going to get too detailed into it, but just think about that. Think about what they're addressing here, right? The volatility in the asset. But having volatility in an early market is very, very important. But remember, you have two different kinds of assets. You have speculative assets and then you have utility assets. So XRP not having these huge declines throughout the years is very, very important. Remember that. We got to look at it from an institutional perspective and what they're adopting, right? Very, very important. And they even went on to say this: stablecoin run risk, and they address Tether. Runs on stablecoins have been a common occurrence in recent years. And a collapse of a major stablecoin like Tether could lead to a fire sale of short-dated treasuries. Do you see that? I mean, they're even, for them, the Department of U.S. Treasury just telling you that, a collapse of stablecoin like Tether, they named Tether. You and I both know it's not going to be around for a very long time. And look at this. They're here. Designing DLT blockchains for tokenized treasuries and a framework element. Establishing a framework that encourages trust, remember the anchor, and industry-wide buy-in will be necessary for digital assets and distributed ledger technology to scale. Distributed ledger technology to scale. And the biggest, the meanest, distributed ledger technology out there, XRP Ledger, is going to be the most efficient and the most aggressive when it comes to scaling, and that is a fact, no doubt. Again, so much information to go over today. I mean, you even have ex-Rippler Anthony Welfare. Bloomberg came out with an article stating U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said that fraud in the banking system is becoming a huge problem. And this is an ex-Rippler for a very long time, held a very high role in Ripple. Listen to what they say here. He's being sarcastic. Imagine if there was an immutable ledger technology that meant all transactions are permanently recorded and can be traced. Such a shame there isn't this type of tech available and working. And he's got the smiling face and the mind-blowing face. I mean, look, it's a joke at this point. They even know, and this cannot be stopped. And now, to the best part of the video. Sorry I took forever to get to the point of liquidity and market cap, but this is very, very important. And if you miss out on this, then you're just pretty much stating to yourself that you do not want to learn what the difference is between the two. And it is very, very important for you to understand the difference between the two. So here we go. So you've heard me say multiple times that XRP can hit $100. And the people who think it can't simply because of market cap are missing the bigger picture. It's not that they lack interest. They lack intelligence on how the future of liquidity works. This is so important for you to understand. Please, I may sound stupid, telling you how, just saying that, but I'm telling you this is so important what liquidity means here in market cap. People love to shout that XRP can't reach $100 because of its market cap. They compare it to Bitcoin, to Ethereum, if it did this. But here's what they don't understand. XRP's market cap is not like those traditional metrics they're used to. What they're failing to grasp is that XRP's market cap is tied to liquidity. And in the future, we're heading into liquidity is the most important metric of all. Take notes. This is facts. This is important for you guys to understand. Look at the giants like Microsoft, Google, Tesla, right? All over $1 trillion in market cap. And again, so much inflated in the stock market, okay? So much fake propped up money. Now tell me this, right? Why is it so hard to believe that XRP, a global liquidity tool, can do the same? The idea of a fixed market cap doesn't even apply here. There is no cap when it comes to liquidity. And when XRP's market cap reaches $1 trillion, 180 trillion% that's going to happen. That's where you see a $16 XRP. Okay, give or take 65 billion XRP in circulation at the time. $1 trillion market cap, in my opinion, within a year, there's no way it wouldn't. It logically doesn't make sense, especially, remember what I said about the stablecoin. The stablecoin volume with real Ripple's USD, things are about to get extremely, extremely exciting.
Interoperability. Now, the second one is more complicated. It has to do with liquidity. So imagine that you have a pair of currencies for which there is not a complementary demand. You need to go and search for a third-party currency in order to make this settlement actually happens. And this really complicates things. So we need to put pieces of technology that can make more efficiency this use of liquidity so that more transactions can be settled.
XRP's market cap isn't a limit. It's a reflection of how much liquidity is flowing through the network. The more people using XRP, the more demand increases, and the higher the price goes up. Simple as that. I don't understand what people don't understand. That's why it's so important to understand this. That's why Ripple pre-mined all the 100 billion XRP. They knew from day one that this asset was designed to move a massive amounts of value across borders.
Services.
Yes.
Some have some of the stuff that we could have done ourselves. And I think a company should be self-critical. Mm-hmm. We could have done ourselves and we didn't. They beat us to it, or they simply did it better. And so we should acknowledge that.
Bridging not just currencies, but financial instruments, assets, and eventually the world's wealth. Remember, that was Bitcoin's goal. Let's do a little payment system. Imagine we had all the world wealth. That's literally what it said in their little PDF, right? But that failed. That failed, and that's where XRP was born. Think about it. Out of the 100 billion, we've got around 99 billion left in circulation. That's it. No more will ever be created. XRP's scarcity is built in. And when you combine that with global utility, you're looking at something that has the potential to handle hundreds of assets. Remember that. And guess what? The more assets XRP bridges, not just currencies, not just CBDCs, the more liquidity it drives. And the liquidity drives the price. And the liquidity is going to define the market cap. Look at the US dollar today. It's the dominant global currency. Why? Not because it's the best currency, but because of liquidity. It's everywhere, and everyone uses it. This is what XRP is primed to do in the digital asset space. It's not just about volume, it's about how fast and efficiently value moves. And no asset moves value faster and more efficiently than XRP. So stop thinking about XRP's market cap the way you do with other assets. There is no cap on liquidity. There is no limit to how much value can be flow through the network.
Clients don't want, individual bank tokens. They want multi-token, multi-border liquidity for added efficiencies.
The only limit is how long people stay ignorant to this massive shift happening right in front of them. XRP is going to be the core of this new financial system, bridging trillions of dollars across borders between banks, institutions, and everyday people. without them even knowing. And if you're still thinking in terms of market cap, you're playing yesterday's rules pretty much, okay? The future of liquidity and XRP, it's already leading the way.
A Ripple-designed CBDC can provide a means to bridge disparate currencies through XRP. Its inherent interoperability can allow for connection with other central bank ledgers for efficient cross-asset and cross-border transactions. This can be done with cross-issuance, using XRP as a bridge currency or via cross-ledger communication protocols.
Fake press releases by Ripple talking about all this bank stuff.
And I know some of you guys are still going to say, oh, look at the price. It's 52 cents. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's all I got to say to that, because that is just so bullish to me. You guys know that. The longer the price of XRP stays at these levels, you just know that this thing is just coiling up to be an explosive rally. And when everybody starts using it, it's going to be the best Christmas, if you want to call it, for crypto holders that have been accumulating for years. You do understand that, right? You guys do understand what we're about to witness. And can we see a black swan event that tanks everything? Sure. But we are so well versed in crypto that we know even if it does happen, we are going to see an aggressive 10x from there, right? You know that. You know that. There's nothing to worry about, right? I don't know why people worry about it unless you need the money urgently, right? Or you're struggling that you really need money. Just think about the long term. Invest it, forget about it. That's all it is. We're so early. Remember that. 1700. The 1700s is when the stock market was live and kicking, right? Nobody is alive today to tell us their story. Guess what? We are those little pioneers that when, 20, 50, 100 years from now, they're going to talk about us and they're going to say, hey, guess what? Those people that got in early, there's none of them. Are alive to tell their story, that's what it is. I'm trying to leave this in here. So with that being said, we will be back with another video.
Building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.